Good morning. Good morning, Graybeards. I'm Ernest on live on location down in Valorfa, Georgia, at my folks' house. My good friend Wayne can't be with us because he's touring Europe, but I got my buddy Dan Mason. He's gonna be joining us this morning, and we just gonna kick the can. As you guys can see, I'm in my pops what we call the museum room. It's like Christmas time. He goes all out decorating. So I decided to film it in here, and we'll get started. Chuck, what's going on your end? How's it
Not,
going down there in Florida?
not much. Just nice weather. Everything's going good.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. How was your Thanksgiving? You do anything special?
Nope, work. That's about it.
Just work, 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 work.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, shoot, hopefully it was good. I had a good Thanksgiving. Our Dallas Cowboys won. They won their game on Thanksgiving Day.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so three in a row. I
Yeah.
got a chance to make the playoffs. My Georgia Bulldogs, they won. Got a couple haters at the job. They don't like Dallas, and I know they ain't feeling good at all right now.
Right.
I can laugh, you know what I'm saying? I got one of my buddies, Mr. We just call him KB. KB. He really, he's an undercover Dallas fan. I mean, I will
Uh,
put it there. He talks about Dallas way more than he talks about his team.
right.
And then, of course, Wayne, he's a Pittsburgh Steeler fan. So his team hasn't played yet. So we'll see how that fare. And then we got one more buddy I want to mention, and I call him Gator fan. He's been having a terrible go at it this year. His Gators are, you down in Jacksonville, so I don't know if you're a Gator fan. You Florida State though, right?
Florida State.
Yeah, you're Florida State fan. I haven't heard anything whether they won
They
or not.
lost. They Gators beat
They
them.
lo- Oh, they lost that.
Yeah.
Okay. How bad was it?
It was like 40s or something.
Ooh, ooh. Well, that probably lifted the spirit.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, Gator fan. Your team, at least you beat your arch rival. So yeah, so okay. Well, everything's good on this end. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hopefully, Wayne is enjoying his tour of Europe, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of stuff going on in the world. Chuck, you was telling me that Trump initiated a no-fly zone over down in Venezuela.
Yeah, he says, pretty much effectively the entirety of the airspace. He was telling drug dealers, human traffickers, and such that in airliners that pretty much he's closing off the airspace.
Wow, wow. What is it? What is it? What does it look like? Yes, just sheer speculation. Of course, we have no idea what, when, where, why, how, or whatever. You think it's solely about the drug trade, the drug deal that they got going on,
Well, like I
the
said,
distribution of narcotics.
Maduro is been designated head of a drug cartel, so he's targeted with
Hmm.
millions of dollars. It's 50 million or 500 million. I can't remember, but it's up there. And
Hmm.
so they got that hanging over his head.
Right.
And by designating his group as a cartel and then declaring war on the cartels, puts him in the crosshairs. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay. Shucks, that's very interesting. At last I heard there was some Russian vessels down there. I don't know what their intentions were or if they're still down there. You heard anything about that? Russia still down there
No,
posing as a ally or whatever.
no, haven't heard. The thing is the throw weight of the United States Navy is a lot larger than what Russia could put out. They only got one operational aircraft carrier at this
Hmm.
time, so they're they're behind on naval power, but we'll see. I'm sure they're pretty much at a stalemate right now in Ukraine, so they can't take
Mhm.
on too much more. They're not winning.
Right.
So
Yeah, I saw a news flash pop up on my phone. There was a one of the Russian missile facilities. I don't know if you want to call it that. When the WSA's weapon storage area, a missile blew up. I don't know what they was planning on doing, but suppose it's at a nuclear site, and one of the missiles blew up. But there's no evacuation notices that we've been able to pick up. So you know how Russia is. I don't think
yeah,
they,
yeah,
when they had that big explosion back in the 80s, I don't think they had anybody evacuate because it probably was embarrassed that, oh shoot, we can't handle our weapons of mass destruction. And so, I mean, it finally leaked out. We finally detected it. I think at the time I was over in England when that went off. When it was actually a detonation. They blew themselves up.
right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, the Ukrainians have attacked other nuclear capable facilities with mostly their bombers. They went after their bombers with the drones, and it was able to cripple or damage a lot of their aircraft carrier, which they, according to sources, they're not able to replenish. The Russians are not able to build any more of those. Those are, you know, millions of $1 million worth of planes each, and they're,
Mm.
major bombers, nuclear capable bombers. So Ukraine has been doing some damage to them. Ukraine attack military targets. Russia attack, targets of opportunity, civilian, and all that. So they're more
Mm.
ruthless. It appears.
That's something. It seems like we're kind of cleaning up. The West is kind of cleaning up some things. We're dealing with Venezuela. We assisting Ukraine. We're dealing with Russia. Um, we got Israel. I don't know what's going on in Gaza. What's the latest buzz on Gaza? It seems like it's quiet.
Well, it is quiet, but it's when Israel pulled back to that line. I forgot what color it was. They pulled
Mm,
back. Well, under the ground, what in the tunnels were some Hamas fighters, so they're
hmm
trapped, and
hmm
they're either going to have to surrender or it. Israel was saying they might flood the tunnels, so we'll see how that go. I haven't heard anything more from that.
Okay. Okay. So, um, no buzz from Hamas. They're not making any noise. They just
Well,
undercover at
it's
this point.
nothing. It's nothing that's hitting major news.
Mm,
They were told by President Trump that they're going to have to disarm. Of course, they're not doing that. So it's
hmm
going to be a push for that eventually.
Right.
So we'll see how. Um, that being said, you got Omar, Somalian, and I can't Talita something her name. She's Palestinian or something.
hmm
She hates America. She's one of the five
hmm
that she they want all of Israel. And
hmm
Talita Rashid, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Anyway,
hmm
she's American hater, and
American hate.
yeah, she's in Congress. She hates America. She,
Right.
you can hear it in the speeches. They're
Right.
making the demands. They're not doing concessions. So
hmm
that's going on. Omar, Elon Omar got caught speaking about America doesn't tell us what to do. We tell America what to do.
hmm
Again, these are foreign-born, naturalized citizens,
hmm
that are in Congress. They are we're not, you and I are not in Congress. They are representing their districts, but more the country they was born in. Then they hate
Mm.
America. America is white. America is racist.
Right.
But yet here they have power that they would not have had in the country they came from, which they ran from. So it's amazing. You give people hospitality and they spit in your face. So it's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's it's crazy. They come over here and they're more they're using our rights
Yep.
to express
Yep.
their discontent with America.
Yep.
That's totally ironic, man. It's crazy. That is
Um,
doggone crazy. I'm a man that the guy up in New York, the guy that won the governorship, I believe it was, up there, he's supposed to be giving away all this free stuff, taxing the rich, light-skinned people, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I think that's one of the edicts he put out. Like, hey, I'm gonna tax these mugs and they're gonna pay for everything. Yeah,
yep.
any latest on this guy?
Well, yeah, Zoran Mondami. He won the mayoral race of New York City. So
Oh, it's a
he's
man. Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
because of that, he lacks the power of the state of New York to tax.
Hmm.
So she cut him off. She told him she see the writing on the wall. She's not going to raise taxes. It would be political suicide for her to do that.
Right.
Because all right, so you got New York City, which is blue, but the
Right.
rest of the state you have to deal with, and it's
Hmm.
you got Republican, sides. So there, she knows she want to run again, or she want to keep the party in power, at least her base. She's going to have to rein him in a little bit. That's why he came with hat in hand to um, Donald Trump, being all nice, trying to get some funds. So
Mm.
and the Donald let him, come in, and if you treat Donald right, he'll treat you right.
Right.
What you said on the campaign, it can be forgiven. So he is, of course, running into some trouble because all the ill-advised, idiotic statements that he made about white people, about free groceries, or not necessarily free, government-controlled groceries, free bus rides, and all that sort of thing. It's if the people don't pay for the bus fare, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
maintain the bus. It has to pay for itself. That's just common sense. Now he claimed he was going to tax the white folks, but then he changed it and said we're just um, we're gonna tax the certain areas. He softened it up. So yeah,
Wow. These jokers done voted for this cat. It sounds like it's gonna be an epic fail.
it sounds like it.
They're not gonna get what they thought they was gonna get, you
It's
know,
all yeah. He's already backtracked.
if
One
they
thing,
even believed it.
right? But some the young people, if you listen to them, they did. I mean,
They
they
voted
went to
for
yeah, they went to the street and they talked to these people. Some had no they went with the rhetoric. They had no clue what he actually meant. I mean,
him.
it's just people in their 20s and their 30s. It's all about emotions. We're going to
Hmm.
change this. Everybody wrong. Old people don't know what they're doing, and then when the rubber meets the road, then they say, "Oh my goodness, what have we done?" But we'll see. We'll see. If he
Yeah,
fail, it's on the Democrats. If he succeed, then we'll see.
right. One more thing for us news wise, Sharia law. You and I had spoke about that. Can you give us some insight on what it is and who in the world want to institute such a thing
Well,
in this country?
Elon Omar is another one, and what's her name? Talib out of she can't. She's a Palestinian. Um,
Hmm.
what it is again is they are taking their third world. They came from the third world. They have not
Hmm.
assimilated into the Western world, the United States. We open up our homes, communities. They come in and then they bring the third world problems with them, with the third world mentality. The white man, he's a slave owner. He built this, that, and other, not telling you their history.
Yeah.
She fled Somalia because of that. So they bring these laws here, and then women are second class citizens. They may have made, depends on the country. They may have may not be educated. Um,
Mm.
they lose all the kind of those rights. Sharia law is supersedes any other law when it's implemented. The Constitution goes out the window, and like I said, they can set up their little enclaves in a city and it not be known by the other area. Just like
Wow.
I don't know if you know the Chinese in little Chinatowns, they have their own. They've been caught with their own um, police force enforcing rules on Chinese Americans.
That's
They set
crazy.
it, yeah. So they set it up, and if like you're a refugee from China, and they say, hey, um, if you don't act right, we're gonna hurt your family back in China. So that sort of thing. But yes, Sharia law would encompass the areas that they have the majority of people in, and if you go to England, you'll see, like we was talking, they take it further. Now we cannot teach Christianity in school, but in England they teach and Muslim, Islam. So that's
Right.
what they would do here. Public schools with Muslim majority would start to do their own thing. All right, so they get elected to school board. School board
Hmm.
controls the schools. Then they
Hmm.
select the teachers. Teachers are going to be a certain type of person. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Who they have chosen. So they start taking over those areas. But Trump, I mean, he throws the switch in a minute. He's saying that those, I think it's like 80,000 Somalis are no longer protected by the temporary TPS, temporary protective something.
Hmm.
So she come back and said he don't have the authority nor the power. So we will see this power play. Is he right or is
Right.
she right? We'll see.
Right.
Um, and then after the um, the guy shot and killed the one National Guard in Washington D.C. and wounded the other one, he
Hmm.
he lifted the protection order for them. They're Afghan, and he's like, I want directing Homeland Security or whoever he did to go in and check them out, and vet them. And if they are anti-American, if they hate America, get them out of here. So
Right.
he put them on notice. The Haitians,
Right.
he's put on notice. He removed their protective status.
Hmm.
Any, and he put it this way: any third world country, he has immediately halted migration to the United
Okay.
States,
Okay.
effective
Yeah.
immediately. He said, I think that
Got
was on.
some bad
Wrong.
actors out there.
Yeah,
They're coming over here
yeah,
with the
yeah.
wrong purpose. You
Well,
know.
the it was Mayorkas, I believe it was,
Hmm.
doing the. All right, so they messed up with the Afghan and they pulled out. They didn't go through the process that Trump was had set up. Of course,
Hmm.
everything Trump did is wrong. So they just derailed that and brought all these people in there. Mayorkas said, "We will vet them on the other end. Bring them all in now. We'll vet them later." Pretty much,
Right.
and that's the wrong way to do it. They should have
That's
took it.
insane.
Yeah, they in your country now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all come on in. We'll check you out later. And if you're
yeah,
not good, we'll see you. That is insane. I don't even understand that logic.
yeah. Well,
Come on in,
remember
my
now, they let in 10 to 21 million people anyway. So they was letting in when they bring these people in, it appears they don't. Of course, they don't go out and say it. they do say they want to displace the white man. They do say that. The Democrats,
Mhm.
even Caucasians, they
Mhm.
trying to displace the voting public in America with these new immigrants. All right.
Mhm.
Joe Biden talking about the browning of America. They throw all these cash words out to their people. So
Right.
yeah, they do want to bring in, and on a percentage wise, we as African Americans will be um, moved to the third level if they can would have continued. All right, so
The
you got
third level.
Hispanics already took over as minorities,
Meaning,
the largest
um,
group.
they're the second
Yep.
largest group in America, and
No,
we're third.
right. We're the third now. See, we used to
Wow.
be it used to be Caucasian and black, but now
Right.
it's Caucasian, Hispanic, black.
Hmm.
So we've been moved down a notch now. So they bring in is all these other third world countries, in here,
Hmm.
unvetted, un-American, and don't care. And so then that's push that waters down our voting block. If we move, and some of us did move to more conservative voting for the Republicans,
Hmm.
then they have to replace us. So that's
Hmm.
what that strategy. I mean, it worked for a minute. I mean, 10 million people in there. There is. It was been stated there's never been that much migration in any other country in modern time.
Wow. That's insane. Now, these individuals, the Hispanic group, right? They're
Yes,
second, but it seems like their values are conservative
it is.
based off of
So
their religion. It seemed like it backfired on what they was trying to do.
it is. And I've heard even illegals down in Florida when they
Mhm.
said, but if you support Trump, he's gonna deport you. He said, and the guy said, this is not about me. This is about my family. What the Democrats are doing with that transgender and different things like that,
Mhm.
men and women's bathroom, goes against their moral character. And
Right.
even though they illegal, they won't. They of course, everybody you sacrifice for your kids.
Hmm.
The guy that didn't want to get deported, but he also didn't want her in. We dodged a tremendous bullet. Like I said, the Waltz out of Wisconsin, he's pretty much a commie. He spent his honeymoon with his wife in
Right.
China.
Mm.
He'd go there every year, and he would take his. He was a coach. He would take members of his team and kids over there. What is he teaching? What is he? What is over there so much that you want to, you know, spend your honeymoon with your wife,
Right.
and then go there every year?
Yeah, that's we've been invaded. All right.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
country's
yeah,
being invaded.
yeah.
Me, I'm the values that I have are based off of Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
and in my opinion, the right is more aligned with my Christian values.
Right,
I don't know if they're
right,
Christian or not, but they align themselves with things that, my core beliefs. So I
right, right,
lean heavily that way. I think some of this stuff that I would dub as immoral activity that these guys, the left is bringing on board. I'm just not with it. And I think a lot of folks on the left don't know, like older generation.
right.
I don't think they really realize what's going on.
Right. They
You
they
know.
they they stuck in the past, and
Hmm.
they're not updating themselves, or they get self righteous. Oh, he was married 3 times. Oh, he said things that are bad. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for Trump because he's a moral man. I'm voting for Trump, praying to God that he be moral in that sense. But
Hmm.
he's not an angel. But
Right.
compared to what I was voting against,
Right. The alternative.
what?
The alternative is
What's
crazy.
what's whatever his
Yeah.
name is, and her.
Uh-huh.
oh my goodness, we would never have heard about the USAID. We would never have had Doge.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And and the other thing, going back to Omar in the Somali community, they were sending millions of dollars to Somali. El Shabaab is a terrorist link organization in Somalia, and the money was going back according to stories, news
Right.
stories.
Hmm.
So none of that would happen if she would have won. None of that. I don't see that. The peace
Right.
treaties, the peace deals, they was not interested in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They
Hmm.
were spending, they was making the military do green work. You know what I'm saying? We're going
Hmm.
to have I don't know, solar powered tanks or something. It's ridiculous. It's foolhardy, and he has
Yeah.
turned it around. He ain't perfect, but again, even with the tariffs that people, well, my Christmas is going to be higher. I can't have this doll for my kid. That is selfish.
Right.
Look,
Hey, this thing keep going, it won't be no Christmas.
exactly. If
You know
if
what I'm
if
saying?
if he can turn around the economy by bringing jobs back to America, good paying jobs. Remember, they
Right.
took the good paying jobs. Detroit, it was the motor city of the
Decimated.
world. It
Hmm.
is gutted. So now he's telling all these Toyota and all the rest of them, you're gonna
Hmm.
build in America or you're gonna pay out the nose. And they say,
Hmm.
yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. like
Well,
the
hey.
like the head of NATO, the secretary
Hmm.
NATO said, they I guess we have to call you daddy now.
Right. Right. So, hey, Chuck, do me a favor. Keep
Yeah.
where we at for his time. We usually try to go around 40 minutes, and we can get on here and just
It's
wrap,
five
wrap, wrap.
it's 5:02 now, so we started about 5:30.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere around there, 5:30, 5:02. So we got about 6 minutes or so. So, on a different note, what's going on with the space program? Elon's still out there saving astronauts. You heard anything about
Well,
what's going on?
The Chinese, first I heard that they was asking him maybe kind of to do it, but what they did something different. All right. So the shuttle that went up there, not the shuttle, but the spacecraft that went up there,
Hmm.
um, got hit by some meteorites.
Hmm.
So it was too dangerous to go back. So what they did was the spacecraft that is sort of like emergency, whatever. They used that to get the guys off. So now
Okay.
they are stranded. Um, it's instead of having them up there for months, or waiting for Elon or whatever they want to do, they just use another aircraft. I mean, another spacecraft to get them back. So they're up there. They've been fresh. They're the fresh ones. They're
Right.
up there now. So that's going on. Yeah, but yeah, he's still doing his thing.
Okay.
Still testing his rockets.
The last time we talked about space and the hazards of space, I think it was you and I, about when folks are out there in that weightless atmosphere or situation, that it has a really negative effect on their body. You're not if you're not putting pressure on your bones or your muscles or
Correct.
whatever,
Correct.
it can be very detrimental to your health. And a lot of
Correct.
stuff we just take for granted. I would say I
Yes.
take for granted for is these what these astronauts go through. And I think I don't know what they get paid, but I think you and I was talking about they're government workers. They might be a GS-15 or something. But
Exactly.
these cats need to get paid. I mean, this is really dangerous, really hazardous type work and specialized work. And they're trying to do it to help us learn more about ourselves and our environment. And I think they should get paid. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean, again, I'm sure they write papers or they write books or
mm,
they
get
do
sponsors or
something.
whatever.
Yeah, that
Mm,
extra stuff. But yeah, I mean, the senator from Arizona, the one that was talking mutiny, according to Trump. He was an astronaut, and he went on to become a senator. So yeah, they need to be paid. But again, they are government employees. I would have to look up. I would have to look up their salary, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
it's
check
not
it out.
that. Yeah, it's not
Well,
that
Chuck,
astronomical.
I was gonna say we're getting close to the end. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to get cut off. My editing skills are not that good, but I really appreciate you coming on, filling in for Wayne. I'm not sure if you're gonna be available for next week, but maybe I have a couple of guys, you and a couple more guys come on and we'll just kick the can around. You guys that's out there, the avid watchers, Rick, um, uh, K, KB, Gator fan, you guys leave some comments and on the page and just let us know what your thoughts are about what's going on in America and what we can do to keep America on the right trajectory. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Chuck, I appreciate you.
All righty.
And hopefully your Thanksgiving weekend you'll get a little break. I'm down
Right,
here
right,
getting
right,
fatter. I go back on my diet Monday. I
right,
gotta get this weight off. And as you can notice, I'm less of a gray beard. I'm trying to, than I was a week ago.
right, right.
Still trying to maintain this you. But next time we can do it, maybe a live video. They can see your little gray beard down there.
Yeah, it
You know
depends.
what I'm saying?
Where
Yeah,
my location is. It all
yeah, I
depends.
know. I got you. I appreciate it, man. It's short notice and everything. But well, okay. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Great Bears. Looking forward to seeing y'all next week. Wayne, get back safe. Enjoy your trip, and we'll see you next weekend. Y'all have a
All
good
right.
one. God bless.